Welcome back. Now, we've heard it all before. The fourth industrial revolution is here, and government needs to invest in digital skills training for the youth to have a fighting chance in the future. Now, government is partnering with the National Electronic Media Institute of South Africa and the American-based online course provider Coursera to provide free online learning programs focused on digital skills. But if you're interested, you better be quick because we are told space is limited. Let's find out more information from NEMISA's Trevor Rammitlwa now. Trevor, thank you very much for joining us here on eNCA. Now, this is an important move. Has registration opened, and where can people register?
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and good day to the viewers. So the registration has opened, yes, and it opened on the 10th of November, and currently people can access the registration form on NEMISA's website, which is www.nemisa.co.za. The registration form is available on the homepage. They can just go there and click on the registration form link, and then access the registration form for them to apply.
Now,
and maybe just before we move on, just to give a little background, I must indicate that this program is quite a powerful program offering an opportunity for young people, and it is led by the Ministry of Communications and Digital Technologies. NEMISA is just coordinating on behalf of the ministry, but also being part of the partnership in delivering this program. Thank you.
All right, Trevor Rammitlwa, now we know and have heard that space is limited. So how many students are you looking at taking in?
We are looking at taking up to 50,000 young unemployed people. Young unemployed people, yes, and we can still go over that anyway, but that's the number that we are targeting at the moment.
Do you have any idea how many people have applied so far, and when does registration close?
Thus far, we have gone over 25,000 people having registered or having applied, and registration will close on the 31st or the 30th of November, let me put it that way. Thank you.
Now, I have to ask you this question. South Africa has a lot of rural area spots around the country. Our urban areas are less than the rural areas. So what happens to the youth that are living in more rural areas and their ability to be able to, for instance, get access to networks, cell phones and computers? Will they be left out?
Let me start with the last part of your question. Certainly not. They will not be left out. Actually, those are the kind of people, young people, that we are targeting for this program. And thus far, with the registrations or applications that have come through, we continuously analyze the information. And we have noticed that the rural areas are massively represented in the data that is coming through, which is quite an interesting development, because we were quite concerned that a lot of them would not be able to access this opportunity. And as a result, we created a plan B, or a backup solution, which is an offline form with its own challenges of logistics, for those people, young people, having to travel to submit the form and or fax it or email it. However, we are realizing that a lot of them are able to access the registration form. We have seen many small towns and villages submitting registrations for young people, or the young people being from those places applying in that way. And at the same time, we are appealing to those that can partner with us in the form of youth organizations in those rural areas, the likes of churches, the likes of NGOs, and universities, TVET colleges, any other entity that can assist in terms of helping those young people to access this opportunity. They are welcome to work with us, to assist them so that they can be able to access this. We're also looking for partners in the private sector to help with gadgets, even in those localities, including municipalities and local libraries, to assist these young people for them to be able to access the necessary tools in order for them to go through the courses.
Now, you're asking for all of this help right now. When are the courses expected to begin? When is the online course expected to begin?
So the courses will begin as soon as the registration closes, and immediately after people apply, we look at the information that has come through to ensure that it is representative of the kind of areas that we are targeting, including rural areas. And therefore, as soon as that is done, we prepare the data for an upload into the Coursera platform, through which they will then receive a login details and they can start accessing the courses. However, we're making sure that the data is correct before we can do so. So as soon as the applications have come through and the date closes, then we will load them. And they can learn until the end of March next year in 2021.
All right, very quickly, Trevor Rammitlwa, what are some of the courses that are on offer? Don't name all of them, I'm running out of time, but what are some of the courses that people can actually get?
Thank you very much. There's a lot of courses in there, up to 3,000 courses in the platform. Amongst them, you have the likes of digital literacy, you have the likes of data science, app development, web development, digital marketing, and so forth. There's quite a myriad of courses out there that can help these young people either to reshape their careers or to upskill so that they can increase their chances of accessing employment or starting their own businesses.
Well, thank you very much for your time. That is Trevor Rammitlwa of NEMISA. Now,